Check out the other side as well. We started here. Check out the side before we have to talk to these guys. They might try and enforce their manners on us. What? Over here. Closer examination reveals that the leather armor of these savages appear to be human skin stitched repeatedly over itself. Gross. Ah, these might be the leather jerks. Who do we have over here? Somebody to talk to. The Gooch! Man, look, the Gooch was just bunking out. The Gooch needs to be safe. It's not safe. Nowhere is safe here. The Gooch got no one. The Gooch got no place. The Gooch just needs some food, okay? Why are you mentioning food? That's all it is. A life feeds on a life feeds on life. And man, the Gooch knows this is necessary, but the Gooch don't want to be food. The Gooch want to eat food. And can you just leave the Gooch alone? The Gooch isn't not hurting anyone, promise. Why aren't you safe? Outside world ain't safe. The angel ain't safe. The Gooch just wants some walls around the Gooch. There's a hole under the fence over there, but that's just so the Gooch can get out quick. The Gooch don't want to be food. Bye-bye.
The poor man, shattered like a china cup.
Everyone really. Kirby! Oh, peacefully. Oh, we can. Around. Through the leaves and branches you can just make out a teenage girl hunkered in the bush. She seems terrified. Okay. Then check if we can help someone. Oh, what's this? Papa. What is this? Okay. Papa. Back me. I hope that was the right choice. What is the choice? Would you be so kind as to ask Llewellyn or Baron to send some water? I can't leave my purse and I forgot to bring any up here. God Dala. There's no point operating the bucket lift without first placing a Mannerite guard canteen. Right. Okay. Converse. Go and converse with the girl. Help, gentle strangers, help! Sandra. Some extremely rude monsters chased me up this tree and now I can't get down. Would you please help me? We'll help you, just hold tight. Thank you, strangers. We'll wait to rescue, perhaps if you had a rope. Converse? I must gently insist you help me. Okay. Let's look at these guys. Whoa. Can you please step over here? Sure. God Llewellyn. Hello, gentle stranger. Welcome to the Angel Oracle, home of the Mannerites. My name is God Llewellyn, and this is God Baron. We're at your service. What can you tell me about the Mannerites? That's us, friend. We're the Mannerites, adherents of the Book of Nauseatingly Correct Manners, and this is our home. If you come in peace and you are polite, you are more than welcome to enter. If not, we'll have to ask you to leave. Are the Mannerites broadcasts coming from here? Oh sure, Mr. Manners dispenses wisdom all across LA via the radio. It's a call-in show and it really helps people learn to get along through the power of manners now that there's no central authority. It's how I came here, in fact. I got sick of fighting hobos for lizard legs and I realized I could make something of myself. Maybe help rebuild civilization, you know. Maybe I could... Brother Llewellyn, our guests look a little impatient. Perhaps we should hold our personal testimonials for a later stay. What kind of radio do you have here? I was told that we have one of the most powerful setups in this part of Los Angeles. It's a great promotional tool, don't you think? Just brings so many people together so quickly. Yep, it's a nice piece of tech to have. Brother Llewellyn, have a good manners doesn't mean we have to go spilling all our secrets. Like the book says, a little ambiguity is good in social situations. What do you think about Mr. Manners? Oh, he's a great man, our leader, and the world's most knowledgeable mind when it comes to matters of propriety. What do you know about the Angel Oracle? Why, you're standing in front of it. This is our home and we've made it very nice. We've been broadcasting our message of manners and civility to the Wasteland and we believe it's helping to restore some civilization to the world. You are totally welcome to share with us, friend. But first you'll need to talk to the sheriff over in visitor processing. Where exactly is this sheriff? Sheriff Marshall is just inside the door here and she'll get you situated in the Angel Oracle. Just make sure you're polite and use your manners. That's the real key to our society, you know. Why do you care so much about manners? Nothing more important than manners, my friends. It's the glue that holds civilization together. You're looking for cat litter. Got any? Well, we don't make it here, if that's what you're asking, but Mr. Manners keeps cats, and he has our scavenging teams looking for the stuff all the time, so he may have some. You saw a hobo hiding near the wall. Oh no, I think that's who that is. Don't worry, we'll get him over to the hospital so Doc Edwinson can look after him. Guard Barkley, please go assist our good, troubled friend. Ooh. Guard Barkley, please go assist our good trouble. Ah, that's what he said. We saw Sandra stuck in a tree over there. Oh my, thanks for letting us know, gentle informer. We'll get someone over there to help. Guard Winifred, would you kindly look after our young friend? Guard Darla needs some water. Oh jeez, I totally forgot. She asked me earlier and I just plain forgot. I hope she'll be okay. Now, Brother Llewellyn, I'm sure she'll be fine. Rangers, will you please take this canteen to Guard Darla immediately? Thank you for informing us of her situation. Gentle visitors, it's greatly appreciated. What did the radio broadcast mean by cleansing? I normally don't talk about that with new visitors, but you seem trustworthy. Mr. Manners is referring to our monthly executions. I'm sure Sheriff Marshall will go over it when she explains our rules. After you've delivered that water, please head through to visit the processing and gentle itinerants. Lobber. What? Place the canteen from Guard Baron in the basket? Yeah. Thank you down there, I feel much better already. Save a condemned man or not. We should talk to the sheriff. A man named Fletcher is going to be cleansed. That doesn't sound right. We should investigate. This one? A working microscope from the Mannerites. What are they doing for this girl? Did I help her? Cassandra, I'm here to help. Please get me down. Speak to him. Thanks for letting us know about Sandra, Rangers. Just tie the rope to a steady branch and climb down. Wah! Come on, you little pleasant child. Just tie it to a steady branch and climb down. Wah! It looks like she's not coming down. She's terrified. Can we help her? Animal whisperer? Can't see her in there. Aberforth. Okay, it's still with us. Okay, not sure about this one. So, 1600 meson cannon, 185 damage, 8 armor. Okay. No. Sorry about this, but we need to ask you some questions to make sure you're ready. After all, we can't have someone come barging in and then them complaining that they didn't know the rules, right? Just answer the following questions and we'll have you on your way. First question, when referring to a stranger, do you call them sir or... Sir. Perfect. Next question, do you wash your hands before or after a meal? Before and after? That's right, because we're not savages and also we like to stay healthy. Okay, next question. Do you settle agreements with words or with blood? Words. Also, quick save before you steal your stuff. Is it impolite? Sheriff Marshall, over here. Welcome to the Angel, friends. I'm Sheriff Marshall, and I'll need to explain a few things before we let you roam free. We do know that the Mannerites, you do know that we're the Mannerites, right? And that we put a premium on manners. How can we help you? You'd like to help? That's great, just great. Now that you've been processed and educated, we might just take you up on that. Right now, though, you should get acquainted with the place. You'll have to stick by a few rules, but I don't suppose that's too much a hardship for law enforcers such as yourself. What are the rules? We live by the book here. It was brought up a Robinson, but we came to the Angel and took its habits. So surely you can too. First rule is to be polite. Second, to use your manners. Don't speak out of turn. Don't interrupt. Cleanliness is next to godliness. You know, like that. What do you mean by polite? Being polite to the law here. Being rude or unkempt gets you on demerits, and if you get enough of those, why, you get put on trial. And if you've been bad enough to be on trial, chances are good you'll be taking part in an execution, but not on the fun side. You have executions here? Yes, gentle speaker, executions. It's got a nice and tidy little place, and sometimes people do their level best to make a mess of it. We don't like that, it's not polite. About the civilizing grace of manners, we're no better than savages, so sometimes we're forced to show people just how serious we are. I don't favor the job, but we've got one coming up soon. A little fellow named Fletcher couldn't keep his bunk area clean. The filth drew in some roaches through a vent next to his bed, hurt some people, wrecked some stuff, so an example has to be made. The roaches came through a vent. The ventilation system is connected to the steam tunnels that run below the field. They connect to every part of Angel. We blocked up the one near Fletcher's bunk as well as we could, but the roaches always seem to find some way in. Where are the roaches coming from? Sorry to say, they live in the steam tunnels below the Angel. They're mean, hungry and damn hard to kill. We block up anywhere they come through, but given the proper motivation, like say rotting food, and they'll bust through. What do you know about Fletcher? Nicest guy you'll ever meet, polite to a fault, but he's so absent-minded he couldn't even keep clean enough to keep the roaches away. Disgusting things. What do you know about the Robinsons? I'm a Robinson, born and raised. We believe that a person has to take proactive steps to seize the maximum amount of power they can. In fact, maximum power is the name of the book we live by. Robinson, maximum power. Found alongside the Mannerites, book of nauseatingly correct manners in a Los Feliz bookshop. What do you know about Los Feliz? Small settlement northeast of here, past Hollywood. It's ruled by a group of Jesus freak types. That's why we left. They might have been holy, but they weren't polite. What do you know about the book of manners? It's the book of nauseatingly correct manners. Some people have Bibles. This one's an instructional book though, and it keeps our society civil and correct. When people are polite, it's sure a lot harder to get to fighting. If you want a real rundown, talk to Mr. Manners. What can you tell me about Mr. Manners? Mr. Dick Manners is the guy who runs the show around here. He was raised in the Mannerite tradition, born and bred to be its leader, and he teaches us that the most important glue of society is proper use of etiquette, politeness and civility. Hell, if we'd known how to talk to each other back in the day, you'd think they'd have dropped the bombs. What's all the fuss about your manners? Our society places the utmost value on proper etiquette. What better way to maintain civility than by ensuring that everyone displays respect, care and consideration for others? Mind your manners and you'll fit in just fine. Who are the Mannerites? That's us, General Speaker, found in the ruins of Lost Valleys bookstore. You can talk to our spiritual and temporal leader, Dick Manners, if you want to know more. Tell us about yourself. I'm Sheriff Jojo Marshall, Gentle Speaker. I'm in charge of making sure people here mind their manners and that they stay nice and polite. When people come in out of the dust, who can say what kind of bugs they're carrying? Who can say their intentions are good? My job is to get people cleaned up and presentable, show them the ropes, tell them about the place and make sure they're peaceable. And when the time comes, I take care of our executions too. What do you know about Angel Oracle? This place used to be a gladiator arena or something. The letters fell off the front, they say, leaving the words as you see them. We're looking for cat litter. Got any? Well, we have some, but we can't give you any. Mr. Manners keeps it for his cats. I know that's a bit wasteful considering its use in fighting a radiation poisoning, but we don't get much of that here, so I don't ride in too hard about it. Goodbye. Alright, carry on, Rangers.
I knew it. No monsters to fight, no crims to beat.
Stepping from the dark interior of visitor processing onto the peristyle is a sharp contrast. A broad green field stretches directly in front of you, divided into small subplots where various gardens bloom and flower. Terraces hold neatly tended orchards and fields, and catch basins collect water for distribution through an ingenious plumbing system. On the far side of the stadium, a massive sheet of solar panels collects sun's energy for lighting and power. Ability Enforcer, Pulse Gunner, Robinson. Kitchen, dining area, Mannerite storage. Sam, the cook Poston. Welcome to the Angel's Cafeteria. Food is served in the afternoon and evening, at least it is when the folks on the farm do their job and my equipment's working. What's wrong with your equipment? Ah, it's fine. The salvage team always bring back the parts I need when a stove or fridge breaks. Well, usually. What kind of parts are hard to come by? As often as you see broken toasters just lying around the waste, you never find any dang heating elements. Mr. Manners likes his toast just so, and since my toaster's heating element is worn, I can't get it right. It's a picture of calm, but I can tell he's getting riled. Tell us about the farm. It's right down on the floor of the Angel. Grow all kinds of stuff. Tomatoes, beans, potatoes, lettuce, peas, soybeans for protein. What kind of food do you serve? Well, we're generally strict vegetarians here by order of Mr. Manners, but the farm grows a wide variety of veggies so we don't get bored. It's also good clean water, and once a month there's a courtesy meat for protein. What is courtesy meat? You'll have to ask Mr. Manners about that. I just cook it. Protein is protein, friend. All winds up in the same place. Do you know what I mean? Why do I get the feeling you're talking about human meat? Ooh. What? You're telling me you've never tried it before? It's no big deal. It tastes kind of like pig. Gotta cook it for a while to get rid of the stringiness, though. Makes me wish we had fatter people. Say, do you want seconds? Ooh, courtesy meat. Where do you get your water? We collect our own and the climate's good enough here, we don't have to ration it to help yourself. What do you know about Mr. Manners? Mr. Manners has been a real godsend. Set me up in the cafeteria, gave me the run of the place. I've never felt more useful. Any special rules in the cafeteria? Other than polite table manners? Well, just the seating rules. Over there is where the muckety mucks eat, and over here's everyone else. You should go sit in the good spots. We're looking for cat litter. Got any? I don't know why you'd want it, but I know Mr. Manners has a lot of it for his cat. Bye. Toy Robinson.
You've deigned to stop by. I heard you were in the Coliseum, of course.
Do you need any help?
Help me? Help us? No. The important thing is for you to help yourselves. Why be altruistic when you can maximize your own potential?
What can you tell us about the execution?
I think it's a mistake. And Mr. Manners is ignoring me telling him that. And that's an even bigger mistake. It'll be hard for him to rebound from that one, but as long as he tries to maximize his principles according to his heart, he should be all right. See you around, Rangers.
What a grasping little magpie.
The maximum power, a book about power. This could be the answer to a lot of problems of supplying energy to various groups. Begin to leaf through it, and oh wait, it's about personal power, not energy cells. Kind of worthless, actually. Sure, if you want to pick this up. The Tory Robinson Guide to Self-Empowerment. High society wants you. If in field, what do you want? Mannerite. Nick Chauvin. Just trying to get some work done, strangers. Right. Civility Enforcer, Pulse Gunner.
Teaching from the book. Etiquette demands that we act civilly toward one another. If you're being rude, we'll set you straight. Have a great day.
Let's go there. Trying to see where, if it's highlighted on the map. Oh, that is storage. Okay. Thinking of moving to Rhodia. Ah, the hospital. What? Dr. Edwinson, Nurse Flinkman. I'd love to talk to you, Gentle Ranger, but unless you need something from our pharmacy or until you're occupying one of these beds, I'm afraid I can only give you a moment. Why are there so many people in your beds? I have a feeling your presence here means we're going to see even more beds filled. The Robinsons and Mannerites don't get along well at the best of times, and we seem to have the need to show off for visitors. Who are the Mannerites? We're good people, if I say so myself, maybe too polite for our own good sometimes. Makes people think we're pushovers. Always a real surprise for them when they find out we're not. What do you know about the Robinsons? I might be biased, but the followers of Tory Robinson don't seem to want to get along. They want to get ahead, but that doesn't work here, and they're stepping on a lot of toes. Be careful around them. Tell us about the pharmacy. If you need to buy medical supplies, we're open to trade, but if you're willing to sell supplies, that is always appreciated. I'm also willing to pay a premium for certain ingredients. What ingredients do you need? I make most of my meds out of badger tail, roach abdomen, frog eyes and lizard eggs. Depending on the condition of the specimen, I'm willing to pay quite a premium. We're looking for cat leather. Got any? We want it for its anti-radiation properties, I'm guessing. Well, we don't carry it here in the hospital, but Mr. Manners keeps some for his cats. I'd like to buy something, please. Milk. Applies calcification. So junk. And is there anything that counts as what you wanted? Painted poison stick? Goodbye. Stay safe.
Good place to look for Horchata's microscope, huh?
Ooh, good idea. Welcome, gentle wounded, to the hospital. Do you require care? Can we borrow your microscope? We need to cure a plague in Rhodia. A plague in Rhodia? Wait a minute, are you going to give my microscope to that thieving asshole Hoshada? No way, I'll die first. Ooh, should have saved before this. But we've got choices. So you'll let people die of a plague to spite an enemy? Damn, no, no, I can't. I'm a doctor. I've got to put that first, but you better bring it back. Okay, cool. What do you know about Robert Oshada? He was a good doctor, I'll give him that, but being civil always seemed to grate on him. One morning we woke up and he was gone. His loss was a shame, but the supplies he stole were the real blow. If you happen to see him, I think it would be polite to punch him in the face and bring it all back. He's living in Rodeo, by the way. What do you know about Rodeo? It's a farming community just south of here, just not as polite as we are, but their produce is great. What supplies did he take? Some syringes, bandages, all bunch of pharmaceuticals. We've managed to rebuild some of our supply, but we can always use more ingredients to help restock our pharmacy. Where's the pharmacy? Right over there along the wall. We carry anti-rads, made some stimulants, some antidotes, the usual stuff. What ingredients do you need? Badger's tail, roach abdomen, frog eyes, lizard eggs. Do you have something you'd be willing to sell? If so, take it to the pharmacy. He left because he couldn't be civil? That was the only reason? Well, he just couldn't stop swearing and Mr. Manners didn't like it. Said he had a terrible bedside manner. Got to the point Oshada could see the writing on the wall. He realized Mr. Manners was going to make an example out of him, just like Fletcher. I don't blame him for leaving, but he shouldn't have stolen our supplies. Okay, good luck. Best quality care to our patients. They are mostly hurt by mutant plants, giant roaches, farm accidents, and occasionally gunfire when someone forgets to be civil. For non-residents, the treatment is only 20 scrap. Do you like our services? Yeah, sure. How can you get hurt by a plant? Have you seen those giant tomatoes? Do you know what happens when something like that falls on your head? What do you know about the roaches? The misguided soul believes the breeding roaches would help provide us with a steady source of protein. That is one of the reasons we all became vegetarians. Sadly, the offspring of those roaches have been growing and changing down in the steam tunnels, and it's getting more dangerous down there. That is about the farm. I put a lot of hard work into it, and it's really doing well, but somehow these people managed to cut themselves a stab, or stab themselves. Or you see that guy on the end? I had to pull a corn cob out of his rear. Yeah, he stabbed himself with a corn cob. What do you know about being civil? Many of my patients are here because they couldn't remain civil. Lack of civility means blood and bullets. I guess politeness takes a while to learn. So the Mannerites don't eat meat? Only on certain special occasions. They call it courtesy meat. It's not to my taste, no matter how clever the cook is in disguising inside and eat it. I wish none of them would. Something fishy is going on. Tell us, or what we do to you won't be to your taste either. Okay, look, the people here have a tradition, but it's one I don't find medically advisable. If it doesn't stop, there are going to be a lot more cases of madman disease in the Angel soon. What is madman disease? It's a brain parasite that's transmitted by eating infected flesh. It doesn't always take, but when it does, oh boy, and it can only live in human nervous services. Does that mean people are here are eating other humans? Well, you can add 2 and 2, I'll give you that. Why would people eat something that can transmit a disease? The problem is that people don't listen to their doctors, they listen to their leaders. And in this case, their leader made eating human flesh a sacrament. Until Mr. Manners stops eating it, nobody else will, of course. If someone were to, say, destroy the cooling systems for the meat locker in the cafeteria, not that I'm suggesting anything, cough. What if we could get Mr. Manners to stop eating corpse meat? If you could do that, you'd be saving the mental health of the whole Angel. What can you tell us about your patients? Oh, we've got some very interesting cases here. The usual gunshot stabbing accidents, but then we've also got polydactyl syphilis from Watts. Let me tell you, that stuff is a real treat to treat. Okay. Fine. Like I said, it'd be a real shame for something to happen to that cooling system. Alright. Robinson. Sam. Who's Sam? What do you want? Can't you see I'm recuperating? Nice shine, I've been in a fight. If you can call it that. If Gitlin jumped me out of nowhere, he would never land a punch if given me fair warning. Who's Gitlin? Jonathan, Gitlin, Pansy-ass Mannerites, him and me are both trying to get into the civility enforcers, but he doesn't have a chance now that everyone knows he's a thief. Ha, that spot's mine. How do you know he's a thief? Saw him. He was snooping around the ladies' room waiting for an opportunity, and Nurse Flinkman had something stolen from the ladies' room a few days ago. It has to be him. So you didn't actually see him stealing. I don't have to. I know it was him, and now everyone else does too. Are you sure this has nothing to do with trying to beat Gitlin for the position in the Enforcers? What? Of course not. I'm just doing my civic duty, exposing crime and punishing wrongdoers. I would have beat Gitlin fair and square for that spot. Everybody knows I'm the better man. Why did he punch you? I have no idea. All I did was tell everybody he was a thief and who's been stealing everybody's stuff. If he disagreed with me, he should have said something, not punch me in the nose. I thought Mannerites were supposed to be polite. I take it you're not a Mannerite? No way, I'm a Robinson, born and bred, carpe diem, mother... That's my motto. What other stuff has gone missing? All kinds of stuff. Old man Palladino lost a watch, Nurse Slinkman lost some medical supplies, Lindy Lou lost a tool bag. That Gitlin's a kleptomaniac. Can you tell us where Lindy Lou is? Last I saw, she was working on the ventilation fans out near the farm. Where's Nurse Flinkman? She's around here somewhere. That's where she works. Where we can find Mr. Palladino. Should he hang out near the commons area? Yeah, beat it. Visiting hours are over. Very polite. The gooch. Ah, the gooch is back here.